Printing, delivery and collection slips, order forms, missed calls, last call, etc. Again, for training and demonstration purposes, all names and addresses are fictitious. However, catalogue codes, descriptions, prices are current to the relevant catalogue company. So the system is capable of printing your day slips, your missed call slips, catalogue labels, etc. That is all printed from the Forms Day Slips label screen. From here you can see we've got a brief overview of the various forms and slips available. Collection slips, where we can say what day that we're going to collect the item back from. So it's going to say Wednesday. This information here is governed by which system we're working from. So if I change that to Viva, you can see that we can get the Viva logo on all our paperwork. If I switch that back to Oriflame, you'll see we've got Oriflame. You can see here we've also got the strapline, quality skincare, makeup for men and women, my details, my address, the website, the QR code. If I just switch that back to Viva, you can see their strapline there. We've got his quality cleaning products manufactured in the UK. Now these are controlled from your system settings and can be easily amended if required. Simply go back to your home screen, go to your system settings, and then double click on the relevant company. So if I double click on the Oriflame, you can see that's where it's getting the quality skincare makeup for women and men. That's where it's getting my address from, my email address, the website, the QR code, the signature. So all of this can be changed to suit your day slips and collection slips. Again, we've got the stuff for the Viva MK. Don't forget, if you make any changes there, you need to click save. If you click cancel, the amendments won't be saved. So if I now go back to my forms and day slips, so I want to print a load of day slips to say, okay, I'm putting these catalogues out, let's say on Monday next week, and I'm going to collect them back on the Wednesday. I simply tell the system what the collection day is by clicking Wednesday, then I print the collection slips. I'll preview this on screen. Designed to fit on A4 landscape, so you can then just chop those up so you get 4 per sheet from that. Everything else is pretty much variation on the theme. Our callback slips, we don't need to say what day we're calling back because we will tick it as we put the slips through. Excuse me. So if we look at the slips for that, so obviously when we're going to try and pick our books up, we knock on the door, they're not there, I then just tick the relevant box, whether it's AM, PM or evening, that we're going to go back on the relevant day. Thank you for your order cards. If you pick a catalogue up and it's got an order, it's always, I think, polite just to put a card through the door to say A, that you've picked the book up, so the customer knows that you've picked it up and their order is going to be processed. And obviously just to thank them for the order, and it will also give you an area where you can indicate to them when you think the order will be processed. So your order will be processed on, so generally whatever day you put your orders through to HQ, and we expect to deliver your items on whatever day, and we've put here we'll try to contact you on this day to arrange a convenient time to deliver your items, and payment can be by cash, cheque or card on the delivery of the items. I tend to print these thank you for your order slips actually on a stiffer paper, on a thin card, because it's easier to get through the letterbox, and I think it just looks a little bit better for the customer when you pop it through the letterbox to thank them for the order. The other area we've got is you can put your own text onto your slip. So these are the various standard ones, but if you're running a particular promotion, or you just want to add an additional slip to that, we can enter your own text on your slip, so you can put whatever you want into here. So you could say this is a a special offer this month. Whatever text you want to type here. You can also format your text. Not overly easy like in Word, but if you just highlight that text and then if you right click, you can then get the options to change fonts. So I could say I want the style, I want it to be bold. Size, I want it to be say 20 point. Say the colour, I want it to be red. So you have got that option to format the text. Then we can print the collection slips. So we get 4 per sheet from on there. Then go back to the screen. Now, at the moment you don't have the option to have lots of different types of your own slips, but it will remember the last one that you entered. So you could then just change that ever so slightly for your next batch of labels. Not going to go through all of these other things, but you've got unread catalogue website cards, last call cards, and no longer going to deliver cards. The last call cards are quite useful when you've sort of on your 4th or 5th attempt to try and collect the catalogue. You're thinking, right, okay, I'm not going to go back anymore. We can put one of these slightly larger slips through, which is basically saying, we're sorry to keep missing you. We won't disturb you again by trying to get the catalogue. And it's obviously they've binned it or can't be bothered. But, you know, we want to keep a bit of a dialogue going, and also to give them the option that they might want to go online and have a look at order products. Or again, if they'd like to continue receiving the catalogue, just drop me a message and we'll add you back onto the list. So it's just keeping the dialogue going with the customer. We then have various other areas for printing our orders. So we could say if we want to print distributor order forms for Oriflame to save us buying them, we can print these out. Now these are designed to be double-sided, so that you'd put that through the printer, so you get 2 on there. The system will then say, please reinsert the forms to allow printing on the reverse. And then it will print, obviously, the rear of the form onto there with all your details on the form, of course, as well. With Viva, generally you will get a shed load of order forms, so you don't actually need to print your order forms from the system, and also they're a 2-part form as well. But what we can do is print our details onto those slips to save us writing. So we literally just put that into the standard feed of the printer into the paper tray, and then it will print your relevant details in the right place on the form. Now that can vary slightly depending on your printer settings, on your printer margin, so it might not be 100%. If it is missing too much, you could actually just print catalogue labels and stick those onto the forms. So again, if I just preview these, so these are designed for a standard Avery label setup with your name, your address, phone number, your account number, and your email address from there. So you can either stick those onto your order form or stick those onto the back of your catalogues as well. And that's basically all there is to printing the various bits of stationery out of the system.